Hi guys, I'm here in YouTube world and I have my duplicate dolls here, at least a few of them. And so these are my latest duplicate dolls. I now have a 35th anniversary Kirsten to add to the collection. And she is just a really cute doll. I am very familiar with Kirsten's story, so I'm so happy to have the book that comes with the doll. Even though I've read it 1,000 times, I feel like it's one of my favorite American Girl historical character stories. I would say it's neck and neck with Addie's. But as you guys know, Kirsten and Addie and Samantha, those are my favorite historical characters. I would even say it's a close tie between Kirsten and, oh, I hate to even say it, Kirsten, Addie, and Samantha. They're so close. I just love Kirsten's story because, again, her story is just so beautiful. So if you guys haven't read the story, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm just going to say that I love the character Kirsten and I love her story. And her story is what made me actually want the doll. Kirsten was my least favorite doll when she first came out in 1986. It was all about Samantha. In my small world, I was only 5 going on 6 when Pleasant Company came about. So I didn't really have anything in common with Kirsten. I had a best friend named Samantha, and I just kind of felt like everything about Samantha's collection, including the doll, reminded me of my best friend. So it was just natural for me to gravitate towards Samantha. And then when they came out with Addie in 1993, I quickly related more so to Addie because of her skin color and the fact that she was African American. I knew about my family's history, and so therefore I knew about slavery, American slavery. I knew that Addie's story would be very important to me as an African American. So I just kind of feel like if it hadn't been for Kirsten's story, I don't know if I would have purchased and had such a bond with Kirsten the doll. So even just admitting that Kirsten is right up there with Samantha and Addie is very ironic to me because, again, when Kirsten came out, I really didn't think I would have anything in common with her. And then when I read her story, she just left an imprint on my heart. And so therefore she's just a coveted doll for me. So of course, the best thing about having this 35th anniversary doll is that she comes with everything brand new. And that's hard to say when you have some of these older dolls. When you have dolls from 1980s and 1990s, 2000s, early 2000s, well, we're not really at mid 2000 yet. But anyway, I would say early 2000s when Mattel took over Pleasant Company, a lot of the older dolls collection pieces, whether it was from their meat accessories or some of their lesson books or some of their just book collections in general, a lot of those small pieces get lost over the years. And that was the case with my older Kirsten. Even though she has those historically blue eyes, those coveted light blue eyes that Kirsten is known to have, with the latest doll, she has darker blue eyes, kind of similar to, I would even say, Kit's eyes. I would probably have to get Kit out in order to analyze it a little bit more or compare and contrast. But anyway, it was important that I got the 35th anniversary dolls because a lot of their things are so new. Like, I've never had Kirsten's necklace in my adult collection just because it was lost over the years. So her spoon was lost. Everything that is new on this doll, that's small, that can get lost, will get lost on dolls like these, especially when they have such huge collections. And so by the time some of these dolls get passed down to my grandchildren, possibly, I don't know if they'll have all of their small pieces. So I'm hoping they will, and I have to do a better job, obviously, getting my collection under control and taking out things that have been in storage and kind of piecing everything back together. So that includes Kirsten's meat book. Like, her meat book is separate from the doll. Even though I have her meat book, I have no idea which box or which storage container it's in. So I can tell that I didn't really do a great job keeping up with the small pieces of my doll collection, but I'm going to try to change that, especially since I know how coveted some of these things are. It was only until I got the Be Forever. It was only until I got the 35th anniversary Kirsten doll and I saw her amber necklace again, which is so crucial to her story, that I really wished I had it for my older Kirsten. And so hopefully they'll sell their accessories, their meat accessories later on, but I can't hold my breath. With my older Kirsten, she did have a head replacement, but I did like the fact that the American Girl Hospital honored the fact that I had an older Kirsten, so they matched her up as best they could. So I can tell that this Kirsten is definitely newer. But the ironic thing is that with their pie bangs, some of my dolls have this really interesting cowlick where their bangs, there's a part of their bangs that kind of go off to the side like that, and you can see kind of like the threading. So I'm not going to complain about that. I feel like that's the doll that I ended up getting from American Girl, so I'm definitely going to keep her because I have tons of dolls that have that. Where this Kirsten, she's absolutely flawless. Like, she does not have that cowlick. So that's something that I've noticed as a collector over the years. You will have dolls with slight variations and, as some people would say, flaws, but I think that's okay. With this Kirsten, because she doesn't have her accessory necklace, I did pierce her ears. Well, actually, American Girl pierced the ears. I took her to get her ears pierced. So I wanted her to have some kind of jewelry to make up for the fact that she didn't have her necklace. So that's going to be very interesting to my collection, that I do have a slightly altered Kirsten, but then I have a mint condition Kirsten. So I'm happy with that. Sometimes you have to make your dolls unique and part of, your own. You have to kind of make them your own, is what I'm trying to say, but still keep them traditional. I do have a Mattel Addy as well as a Be Forever Addy. So these are my latest Addies. I probably will end up, if I can still afford to get a 35th anniversary Addy. But right now my budget doesn't call for that. So I don't know if I'll ever get around to getting a Be Forever, not a Be Forever, a 35th anniversary Addy. So I'm a little sad about that, but because I do have a Mattel Addy who has her whole collection, including her meat accessories, I'm not upset about it. And I do have a Be Forever Addy too. So I'm thinking if I never get the 35th anniversary Addy for my family, then they have plenty of Addies to choose from. And that's just the way I look at it. Samantha obviously was a little bit different because I don't believe I had all of my meat accessories for Samantha. I was always missing the coin, but with Addie, I have her coin. So I'm not upset about it. But Addie is wearing this beautiful dress, and a teacher actually gave me her daughter's kite, and that was only because it was broken. And so what I did was I accepted it willingly, knowing that I could never fix it. So I did take the metal piece out just because it was detached, and I just have it so that Addie is holding her kite. So this kite didn't come with the dress. I bought the dress separately when they offered it separately with the ribbon that she has in her hair now. All right, this is my Be Forever Addie, as well as my Mattel Josefina. Same situation with Josefina. I don't know if I'll ever get a 35th anniversary Josefina, just because this one was so recently. I bought this one recently, shortly before Be Forever debuted. So she also has her coin, and she has all of her meat accessories. So that's what I have for my duplicate dolls, guys. I know that you guys know about my Samantha collection. So she's obviously a duplicate, but that is the rest of my duplicate doll collection. All right, talk to you guys later.